earlier on food. You talked about Birmingham and food deserts.
Yeah.
Can you explain that for me, please?
Okay, I'm not saying that Birmingham is a food desert, but I'm saying there are parts of Birmingham where it's very difficult to get access to fresh food at a reasonable price. Now, the trouble is, if you put it on a map, that's not really very visible. But it all depends about who's trying to get access to that food. So having worked as a GP in parts of Birmingham where there is a lot of deprivation, then there are lots of people in those areas who don't have very much money, don't have personal transport, maybe got small children, etc. And although in theory they can get on the bus and go 2 or 3 miles to Sainsbury's or Tesco's or whatever, the reality is that's an extremely difficult thing to do. So they end up having to go to the local corner shop, which may be fine, but it may not. It's likely to be expensive, food's likely to be not in very good nick. And so that to me is a food desert or a relative food desert. It's easy for me, it's easy for lots of people. You go to jump in your car, you've got a choice of 20 places to go and buy your food from, and you think, oh, Waitrose's vegetables aren't so good this week, I'll go to Tesco's, or vice versa. But for a lot of people that's just not on. So that to me is what I mean. That's what I'm talking about by a food desert.
So does that mean that malnutrition is as much to do with how we structure our cities as it is to do with what mum chooses to do?
Absolutely. I mean, mum makes choices, yes, and those choices are influenced by lots of things, but they've got to be choices that are available to her. To me, I've got infinite choice, and lots of us have, but lots of people haven't. And so they have to deal with what's available to them, reasonably close, reasonably easy to get at, with all the other pressures that are in their lives. Now you might say, well, is that anybody else's problem? But I think that it is. It's about planning, it's about transport, it's about access, it's about decisions that are made that affect where food is available and how much food is available. And growing, there are lots of other things to people grow their own food, etc. But there's a bit of a middle class sort of gig sometimes, isn't it? So I think we just need to make it so that people really, truly can easily access fresh, good quality food at reasonable prices.
Thank you very much. I'd better let you go back in there.
Okay,
Thank you.